Hi, so this is the second part of the project, the phase two of my water cycle. And this part is basically having my students come out on a day, typically not like today, because it is pretty muggy outside and there's not very many clouds in the sky due to the sand, the big sand from the Sahara Desert coming in. But for example, it's going to rain tomorrow, so tomorrow would be ideal, but I only have today to do this. So, and it didn't rain any other day previously this week, so I would just have students come out, and I want with a pen and paper, just as I would, and have them come out and write down their observations. I want them to come outside, or if it's pouring down, raining, under a porch. I want them to see and just pretty much study the clouds, study the sky, study what they see. I want them to jot down what they see. I want them to look up and I'm going to show you here shortly what my sky looks like today. But you know, have them show me, are the clouds together? Are they separated? How does the weather feel outside? Is it muggy? Is it windy? Just everything they can observe. This is for a second grade class. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that. It's for a second grade class, and just anything that they can think of at the time, and to jot down, so they can come back to class and share their information with others. So I'm going to try to put the camera up in the sky to see just a kind of idea of what I would be doing for an example. So here we are. So as you can tell, there's not very many clouds in the sky. There's one that you can kind of see that is not, it's little, but it's pretty foggy outside right now. It's very humid. It is very sticky. I feel mosquitoes, so that's one thing you can, a student can jot down, because that's very important. Mosquitoes can mean rain's coming, which is what we're having tomorrow, according to our forecast. And it's pretty settled. It's not windy at all. But then again, it's not raining. So this project would typically, I would assign this project for my second grade students that on a day that I know it was going to rain, and just have them go outside and look and kind of just be a little detective and a meteorologist and tell me their findings and what they see. I would love to hear about it. And this would conclude the second part of observation, the take-home observation, and they would tomorrow come in and find out their findings. But before then, I would have my students go inside and record with supervised visits, and record what the weather condition, what the wind condition is like. I want them to look this up. This is going to take a little bit of groundwork that they're going to have to do, besides coming outside. Coming outside is the more natural experience that I do, that I'm trying to benefit from this project. But going and doing a little bit more research online, such as a weather app, a supervised weather app. So students can ask their mom either if they have a weather app that shows like wind conditions or the precipitation. I would love my students to find that information out. So by doing a weather app or a supervised web page, like internet, I would love if they didn't have a web page, to get on the internet and find out this information. This is a little bit of extra information that I also want my students to gather, write down, tell me what they gathered from that or what they saw from that. And we can all bring this to class. Every student would bring this to class, and each other would share what they found. So I think this would be a fun project this would be an interesting project because I don't ever remember doing something like this in elementary school. So doing something like this would be great, and I can't wait to teach it to my students. Thank you.